What's going on, guys? My name is Hayan. This is me documenting the process of building a business. I'm building a web design agency, and as you've just read from the title, I've served my first client, and I'm so gassed about it. I've been doing a lot of cold calls, a lot of cold DMs, and all that works come to something, and I've been paid, and it feels a bit surreal, you know, having like a an ambition of making money online, and it for a while it just kind of felt unrealistic, but I kept working at it. And recently I've been working a lot harder. In this video I'm going to show my I'm going to show the changes in my business, and I'm going to show in the next video my cold outreach strategy for you, because I've honed it and it's really in depth. So this client came about. He's very local to me, and basically he had a website before, but there was a problem he had with his other providers. So now when I've reached out to him, he wants that website that they designed, and he's gonna pay me to like just recreate the website. So it's a pretty easy job as well. I'll be honest. It's not too much of a taxing website, but yeah, a new client. Well, not a new client, my first client, and probably first of many to come. Like this kind of like milestone is very motivating, because it's like it feels real now. This business all feels real now. Just before I was just making a couple calls. I get demotivated. I'd be like, I'm broke, I ain't got nothing. But it feels very good now. Like this is a business now. It's making money. It's a business. So before I get into what the main topic of the video is, in relating to my business, I want to highlight what got me to working so hard. So there is the theory of limiting inputs and maximizing outputs. Basically what this means is blocking everything out, blocking all inputs, incoming things, and maximizing on what you put out. So I've stopped watching TV. I don't play video games anymore. I don't watch the news. I don't go on social media that much. I just work. I spend 9 to 5 on cold outreach alone, just 9 to 5, and then I spend the rest of my time upskilling, learning more, reading. That's it. I'm putting 100% into this business, and it's come to something. Like something's come out of it right now. What I used to do is I used to focus on 3 things. I had a rule of 3, but that's not worked out for me, because my mind would be always thinking about the 3 things at one time. It would be cold outreach. What would it be? It would be cold outreach. It would be upskilling, and it would be something else. I can't remember what it was, but it was something else. Anyway, but yeah, there's this concept in the book called Deep Work by Cal Newport. I just have it here. This book, I read this when I was at uni, and it probably saved my grade, I'll be honest. But yeah, it has this idea of attention residue, where if you switch from one task to another very quickly, on the second task that you do, you're still thinking about that previous task, and you're not fully working deep into that task, and you can't put your all into it. So let's say for the first task of the day, I put 100% of my brain capacity in it. The next task I do will probably have like 70%, which is still good, but it's not enough. And this doesn't mean you can't focus on like 2 things at once. You can't just do 1 thing a day. That'd be stupid. But with me, my attention span is very small anyway, so I'd get distracted by the littlest of things. I'll be doing something, then I'd hear a noise, and then I'll have to look at it, and then I'll get distracted, do this, and when it comes back to doing work, my mind's all over the place. So focusing on just like 1, maybe 2 things a day. Like I said, a lot of my time now is just focused on client acquisition and cold outreach. So it's really helped me skyrocket the progress in which I'm making. Like I used to have issues with cold calling. If you see my previous videos, I probably said I hate cold calling, but now I don't really mind it. I can pick up the phone without hesitation now. I can make the 100 calls a day easily. And because I can cold call so easily, I've added more cold outreach to my overall plan. So after I realized that I couldn't focus completely on a lot of things at once, This is the limitation for me right now. I imagine in the future, you know, once I keep on working, once I'm training my mind to do a lot of work at once, I can probably handle more things at once when I slowly integrate it in. This is just how like it is right now. This is how it probably has to be. This is what works, and it's shown some results. So I'm not gonna complain. I'm probably gonna stick out for this for the next couple of months, maybe, depending on how many clients come through. And I decided to focus on the one thing that will grow my business the most at this point, which is getting clients in. It's not upskilling. I think I'm a bit naive to think like I need to spend so much time. It was probably taking a third of my day on upskilling. Like I can be the best web designer, but if no one sees it, then what's the point? So I need to uplevel the skill that I need the most, which I'm the worst in probably out of the skills that I do have, which is communication and outreach. And I'm getting better day by day. The more I practice it, the more I get used to it, and hopefully soon it'll be like an unconscious practice. So if you are like me and you struggle like with your focus, struggle with your productivity, maybe just focusing on one thing at a time might be the solution for you. I do want to make a video actually about that, because I used to be, I basically used to let my brain rot with the things that I used to do. Not like, that sounds like I do drugs or something. No, I just used to watch a lot of YouTube, play a lot of video games, and not do anything productive, just stay inside, not see sunlight. I used to do that. I've probably done that through all of COVID, basically. That was me. I just play video games. I wasn't at uni, I was at home, and the work that I did, it was just the bare minimum, basically, to which I had to get a book to help me focus. So yeah, I do want to make a video on productivity in the future, but for now, because we've just got through that, I'll tell you the updates to how I'm running my business. So like I said, I'm spending my hours from 9 to 5 on cold outreach. So that will be cold calling, that will be cold DMs through Facebook. I don't know about Instagram yet, but for now I'm going to do it through Facebook. I'm going to be scripting and making more videos, higher quality videos, better scripted videos. I'm going to be posting on Facebook shortly. I'm going to make a Facebook page so people can come to me, and that's like a little summary of the strategy. I'm going to give a better breakdown of it on the next video that I post. That's what's going to be. It's going to be a full breakdown, unfiltered breakdown, everything I do, artistic level, step-by-step guide. I want to make it very detailed, very transparent, because this is like the highest barrier to entry within this business model. I understand now why there's so many videos just on like cold outreach, on cold calling, on what scripts to use. I used to think like, why do not all these creators that are pushing the SMMA model, the agency model, why don't they make content on how they actually fulfill? Because surely that's the most important thing, right? But it's not. Truly the highest barrier is the first barrier of getting the first initial clients. And I've not passed it. I'm not saying that I've passed it yet. I'm still not the best cold caller or DMer. Like, I still fail when coming to objections. It frustrates me actually when I end a call and I think, oh, I should have said this. I should have said this to maybe open him up a little bit. But you can't have regrets. You just got to keep it pushing, learn from your lessons. But yeah, I truly understand now why there's a lot of videos on cold outreach, and frankly a lot of them are very, very generic. That's why I want to make a very detailed one about what I'm doing. It's shown one result. I'm not saying it's going to be perfect, but it's just going to outline what I'm doing, and then once I get better, once I make it better, I'll make another video, so on, so on, so on. You know how it is. So for fulfillment, in the last video, if you've watched it, I said I use Go High Level to fulfill my clients, but that's not the case anymore. I got a little bit too ahead of myself. I tried to assess the constraint within my business and I identified it as my offer, but that's not the case. It was my cold outreach, and I can tell that night and day I wasn't putting the volume in, and I wasn't putting the effort in within the calls. I think I'd get to the first barrier and just be like, oh, that's it. Because just out of laziness, because I was doing so many things at the same time. And once I limited how many things I was doing at the same time, then I was getting a little bit more success. This is my first client, but I've got meetings booked up. So those are potential clients. It shows that my cold calling is improving. And then on the sales call, that's when I can see if my offer is a constraint. So we've dropped high level. It's not that high level was the problem, it's that me was the problem. Yeah, so I just offer web design, web development, unlimited what's the word? Unlimited revisions. And then I'm gonna after the website's done, I'll upsell on search engine optimization. That's it. That's all the updates I've got. Flip's sake, man. Got an alarm for it's namaz time. Yeah, but that's all I have to say really. Gassed about this, very happy with the work I've been putting in recently, very happy with the work I've put in today so far. Is 3:08 on Thursday, 7th of March, the day that I saw my first client, the day that the business is being a business. Yeah, I'm gonna keep at it. It's not gonna slow down now. It's looking up really. So I expect to see more YouTube videos. I'm excited to make those. I know I did say like, oh, I'm just gonna post when I want. I don't have like a full schedule right now, but depending on how fast I get the next video ready and done, will kind of set the schedule. I'm thinking right at the moment 2 videos a week minimum. One being a video like this, just update on the business, update on me, and then something else. And I said that before, I know I did, and then I flopped. I was supposed to upload a video about 2 days ago, and I flopped. It was because I don't have a real excuse. I should have made the video, but sometimes cold outreach just takes a lot more time. I'm going to systemize it properly so it's more streamlined and I can do it unconsciously, when some money starts coming in, we can hire VAs, we can do lead scrapers. Yeah. So that's all there is. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you reached it to the end, let me know in the comments what you think. Spam W in the chat bar. We're moving up. Alright, that's the end. That's the end of the video.